Okay, so here's the front end of my 2019 Can-Am Ryker. This is the 900. Building this, as you see in the title of the video, building a custom grill to go behind that plastic grill to keep the rocks from hitting that radiator. Okay, I'm just using this little diamond mesh. Okay, you can go to any local hardware store, pick out some kind of mesh that's you don't want to block the airflow too much, but I don't think this is going to hurt it. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick. Just first, you're going to remove your hood. You have two little release pins. You're just going to squeeze up on them and pull down. Okay, and that's going to get your hood off of there. Let's set that aside so we don't damage that. Okay, and then underneath here and here, you're going to find two, they are the T30 Torx screws. Okay, so you're going to pull those two out, and then you're going to come up here. You don't have to take this rocker panel off if you're careful. Okay, so you're just going to come right here, reach your hand behind here, pull down, and then you're going to lift this up and out. Okay, same with the other side. Pull down, lift this up and out. Okay, and then it's sitting in two little pins right here are sitting in rubber grommets. So you're going to pull straight forward. And there you go. Now you can see there, this is the stainless steel, but what I did first is put a piece of cardboard in here, cut it to the right shape. And then you can see I drilled two black Phillips head screws, one here and one here. And this is bent right here at each side. Cut it with a cutoff wheel. So now we're going to paint it. We're going to primer it gray, and then we're going to paint it, and we got some color match to match this color of blue on the Ryker. Okay, I wanted to show this on film because I know when people see it, they're going to ask me how I did it. Okay, so just take your time. I'll lay some cardboard in there. Cut your cardboard to shape and then make yourself a pattern out of cardboard. Okay, and you can see just above this second fin, that little space there is where I put those two Phillips head screws. Okay, so we'll get it primered, get it painted, get it back on the front end of the bike. To get it back on, I'm just going to set it down here. Make sure that this flap here is at the very bottom. Okay, because it'll try to go right under the radiator in between the other metal down here. So make sure that's down at the very bottom. And then, like I said, here's the rubber grommets. You're going to line the little pins up with the rubber grommets. Make sure this stays down here at the very bottom. Okay, so those are in. Okay, and you're just going to bend this a little bit. Okay, just work it in there nice and slow. So you don't scratch nothing up. Okay, like I said, you're going to bend that tab back a little bit. You're going to push upward. There you go. Okay, so that's how it goes back together. And then your hood. Some people have never even taken their hood off on their Ryker. So the hood, you got these little triangle tabs here. They sit right in that hole on each side. Okay, so they just line one up, line the other one up, set it down in the front, and you're just going to slide upward. Lift gently on each corner. There you go, it's back together. Like I said before, there's little plastic tabs, squeeze and pull down. What you're squeezing is this. That's what you're squeezing. So you can see it goes over this plastic, and that's what makes contact. Goes over that plastic like a little finger like this, over this plastic. Okay, so when you pull up on it, you're pulling it upward so you can slide it out. Okay, so we'll take a look after we get it primered and painted. I'll let you guys see what it looks like. But you'll always see a bunch of bugs, stuff like that. I've only got 2,000 miles on this thing, and I've already got big dents up above on here, up above in there on my radiator from a rock hitting it. And I'm not gonna let that happen again. Okay, so we'll be back with a freshly coat of paint on the new grill. Okay, so as you can see, we got the color match paint here. This is what it looks like to match that haze blue. Alright, so this is what it looks like on that. It really sparkles in the light. Looks really good. Okay, so we got the mesh grill painted. Let's take this out in the sun. You see that glitter in there. They did a really good job of matching that color. And for those of you that were wondering, here is the pattern that I used. Okay, this is what I originally mocked up, and the total length of that is just under 21 inches. It's about 20 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that is how big of a mesh piece you will need. And of course the ends bend, so this is the back being in towards the radiator, towards the motor. Okay, and then these will bend at about 2 inches in. They will bend at about I want to say like a 25-30 degree angle going forward towards the front of the bike on each side. And you will have to cut your corners off to get it to fit perfect. Okay. So make yourself a pattern out of cardboard. Make sure it fits perfect before you do your final cutting on your wire mesh. Okay, so let's check out the grill. Okay, so we're out in the shop here. We got it hanging up from the ceiling. It's been drying. This has been sitting out here for 5 days. We painted it at every angle. This has 5 coats of that blue, and then 3 clear coats over it, and it has a gray primer underneath of it. 2 coats of primer. Okay, we can take it out in the light. Okay, here we are out in the sun. It's almost 80 degrees today. Okay, again, that's 10 total coats of paint. Pretty damn good. It's gonna look really sharp inside there. You can see. Okay, so let's get it installed. You get that front clip back off. Like I showed you before, we're gonna remove those 2 T30 Torx screws down there at the very bottom underneath the bike. And then we're going to pull downward on the right above this, right there by the suspension. We're just going to pull down, and those will come loose. We got to take the hood off, so let's get it started. Okay, so there we go. We got it all back together. So you can see it came out really good. It matches that blue really good. It looks really good in the sunlight. I'll do a walk around and let you guys check it out in the sun. So that's gonna be it for the video anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, let me know. If you use your imagination, you can build whatever you want. You know, the Ryker is no exception to being modified. Okay, so don't be afraid to get out there and make your own parts and modify your own vehicle and make it your own. Okay, and like I said, I saw in the beginning of the video, I just used 2 Phillips head screws, one on each side, and they go in there at an angle on this little piece here that angles, so they are not touching the radiator. The screws are short enough, and they are a nylon lock nut on the other side. There's 2 small washers that space the radiator, or the grill I made, away from the actual plastic. So as tight as it can go, it has 2 little washers that are spacing it. Okay, so that way it can't be up against the plastic. So it's not going to do any damage to the plastic over time. Okay, now I'll come back and do a follow-up video or something if they run into any problems. I really don't see this being an issue with heating, with the cooling of the engine or anything like that. I mean, it's pretty damn open. Just gives it that nice color pop and definitely adds a little bit extra protection. We went on a 200-mile ride and I had a rock come up and hit that radiator, put a pretty good sized dent in it. And, we don't want that to happen again, so that was the main reason of doing this. But why not paint it to match the color of blue? Okay, and Bob's Paint Land, big shout out to those guys. Those guys do a phenomenal job at matching the color. A can of spray paint from them is like 27 bucks for them to match the color. Okay, and then it matches my my blue sway bar down there as well. Okay, so anyway, there you go. That's my custom mesh grill for the Can-Am Ryker. If you guys could hit that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, that's how us YouTubers make it in life. You guys have a good day. Peace.